Hello all, welcome back to my YouTube channel all about VLSI. From this video, we are going to start the development of UVM Testbench for a simple design that is D flip-flop. Let us try to write down the UVM Testbench. Let us try to develop the UVM Testbench and let us see how to write this UVM Testbench and how to develop that. So coming to UVM Testbench structure, we are going to have a test class, which is our top module in the test bench, and it is going to have an environment, and this environment is going to have one agent. This agent is going to contain your driver and sequencer, and we are going to have a scoreboard and a reference. So this is what we are going to build in our UVM, and this test bench is going to connect with our design with the interface, and this test bench is going to connect with our design with the interface, and we are going to have one sequence item. So let us start building all these components and objects one by one, starting with the sequence item, and we will build one by one. Now let us start with the development of very first module, that is our sequence item. So before going to start your code, you need to make sure that you have selected your tool and also the language. Here you should select UVM 1.2. Now first we need to include our libraries. Tick include UVM underscore macros dot svh and import UVM underscore package. Now, so let us write down. First of all, we need to write down the class name. Class dff underscore transaction extends our UVM underscore sequence underscore item. Now, let us include the data items. Let us include the data items in this transaction. So how to include it? I will include them as ran bit d. So only one input is there, that is our d input, and our output which we are going to get is output is q, and let's say it is q expected. Okay, so this is our input to our design, input to d flip flop, and this is our output from our d flip flop, output from d flip flop. And next step is registration, register with UVM factory. So since your transaction class is a object, we need to use a macro which is nothing but tick UVM underscore object underscore utils, that we are going to use tick UVM underscore object underscore utils dff underscore txn is our object we have registered with. Now what are we going to do is we need to write down the constructor. So after this we need to write down the constructor function new string name is equal to dff underscore txn is our class name. That's it. Since it is an object, we only have only one argument, and this is our constructor which we have written. Now, so let us include one more function void. So function string convert to string is my function name. Now here what I'm going to do is return $s format if percentage d is equal to percentage b, comma, I'm going to write down my string message expected q is equal to percentage b, comma d, comma q underscore expected, q underscore expected. So I'm going to print this message whenever I'm going to call it, and followed by end class. So this is my simple sequence item class. Yes. Now, next we are going to develop our sequence. So let us see how to develop our sequence. Now let us write down the logic for our sequence class. So first of all, let me declare the class name, that is dff underscore sequence, which extends my UVM underscore sequence, which is a parameterized class. dff underscore transaction, I should pass the parameter, that is dff underscore transaction. Now let me register it. Tick UVM underscore object underscore utils dff underscore sequence function new string name is equal to dff underscore sequence and super dot new of name. and followed by end function. So I've declared my new function. Now in the sequence class, we are going to have the body task. In the body task only, we are going to randomize the variables and we are going to generate the transaction. So I'm going to declare my transaction class handle, and let me create the object for this. So before that, let us include a print method. Take UVM underscore info get underscore type underscore name starting DFF sequence, and let us keep the verbosity as UVM low. Okay. Now, so let us write down the logic for generating the randomization. So what we will do is we will generate 10 random stabilized data items. We will generate it for 10 times. So I'm going to use a repeat loop. So let me create the instance for this transaction class, and I'm going to randomize it. Assert txn dot randomize, and I'm going to use a method which is known as start underscore item for sending the transaction, and next I'm going to use finish underscore item txn. Okay, what is this start underscore item finish underscore item? This we have already seen in our video, which is nothing but sequence explanation. There you can watch it. And let us print one message, UVM underscore info generated transaction, that is percentage s convert to string. We are going to call the convert to string method using the transaction class handle txn dot convert to string. So it is going to give the string and followed by UVM underscore look. So this method we have declared previously in the transaction class, right? So I'm going to call that method convert to string, and the generated transaction is percentages. And there should be no semicolon if you are using a macro, and followed by end this. Begin and end task and end class. So this is the code which we have written for our UVM sequence. So just we have declared our sequence. It's a parameterized class. We have passed the parameter that is nothing but our transaction class name, and we have registered it. And within a new function, we have created the new function and passed the new function argument. And within the task body, we have created the instance of our transaction, and we are randomizing the transaction data items. We are basically sending 10 data items to our design via this sequence. Now, after this, we need to develop our sequencer. So let us try to develop our sequencer. Now, coming to this sequencer class, it's a straightforward, easy code which we can write. Class dff underscore sequencer, which extends from UVM underscore sequencer. And it's also a parameterized class. We need to pass the parameter of our transaction class name. And after that, we need to register it. It is a component. So we are going to use a macro, which is UVM underscore component underscore utils dff underscore sequencer. We have passed that particular thing, and within a new function new string name is equal to dff underscore sequencer and UVM component parent. UVM underscore component parent and super dot new of name comma parent. Okay, and followed by end function. We have written. Now that's it, and followed by end class. So this is our sequencer class which we have declared. Yes, so that's about this particular session. So in this particular video, we have seen the introduction to UVM Testbench, what we are going to build, and we have also seen how to develop our UVM sequence item and UVM sequence and UVM sequencer. In the next session, we are going to develop our UVM driver, UVM monitor, and we are also going to instantiate them in our UVM agent. Yes, so that's all for this particular video. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel all about VLSI. Thank you for watching this video.